Hello, for this week's discussion, we're going to be working on homework section 4.3, question 1. And for this question, we're going to be determining if the function given is a polynomial function. And if it is a polynomial, we're going to be then identifying the degree, the leading coefficient, and the constant coefficient. But first, we have to identify whether it is a polynomial or not. The function we're going to be working with is fx equals 1 over 4x to the 9th power minus 5x to the 4th power minus radical 5x minus 8. Now looking at this, it can look like a lot, but what we're mainly going to be focusing on is the exponents in the function. What we're looking for is a real number, avoiding any form of fractions or negatives. So looking at this, we can quickly see 9, that's just fine. The coefficients mean nothing out in front. Same with negative 5. But looking at this, you might see a problem. You're like, oh, that's a problem. We can't have x under a radical. But this x is outside of the radical. This is negative radical 5. That's just the coefficient. But if it was under it, then it would be x to the power of 1 over 2, which would not be polynomial then. But this is just x to the 1th power. So it is a polynomial. So now we're going to be looking at what the degree is. Now for the degree, we're going to be finding the highest exponent in the polynomial. If this function was not a polynomial, we wouldn't even be solving for the degree, the leading coefficient, or the constant coefficient. But we're going to be looking for the highest. So here we have x to the 1st power, but here we have x to the 4th power, but here we have x to the 9th power. So the highest is 9. Next, we're looking for the leading coefficient. And since we already have the degree, the leading coefficient is what's part of the degree. So it is 1 over 4. The coefficient out in front of the variable with the highest degree. So the leading coefficient is 1 over 4. Now, lastly, we're going to be solving for the constant coefficient. Constant coefficient is what's not part of any of the variables. Here we can quickly see that that's part of a variable. This is part of a variable. This is also part, negative 5, radical negative 5 is being multiplied. Those are together. But the negative 8 is out by itself. So our constant coefficient is going to be, sorry, my pencil broke, negative 8. And that is the question.